For question 23, we have a rectangle and the scale 1 cm represents n meters. The diagram shows the floor plan of Cheryl's rectangular bedroom. It is drawn to scale. Okay, drawn to scale meaning to say we actually have to use our ruler to measure, right? So please use your ruler to measure the length and the breadth so that you can get the actual meters, right? So if you use your ruler, okay, to measure, you should get the length here. Alright, will be 6 cm. Okay, just use your ruler to go and measure. And if you measure this with your ruler, okay, you should get the breadth here is 5 cm. Alright, and now, okay, given that the actual area of the floor is 19.2 meters square, using the plan find the value of n. Alright, so given that we already use ruler to measure and we find 6 cm to 5 cm, we can actually find the area in cm square first. Alright, so the area on the map, okay, or on the floor plan, okay, floor plan, we can take length times breadth, 6 cm times 5 cm, you will get 30 cm square. Alright, now, so we know that 30 cm square on the map actually represents, actual is 19.2 meters square. Alright, so this is like on the plan and this is the actual. So if you want to work to get the n, which means remember your n comes from your linear scale, not the area scale. So we have to actually, okay, go back to a linear scale. Now we are at area scale. So how do you go back to linear scale is take this value of 30 divided by 19.2 and then you square root together. You have to square root together. If you just square root like 30 alone, you'll get a lot of decimal. Okay, it's like 5.477, so and so forth. Likewise, if you square root this alone, you'll get a lot of decimal. So the key is, put this together in fraction and square root together. So if you square root together, right, your calculator gives you a very nice value of 5 over 4. 5 over 4. Which also means that, okay, because numerator, it goes here. So it means that this is 5 cm and the denominator now become the 4. So 4 meters, okay? So now this is the linear scale. Alright, so 5 cm represent 4 meter and 5 cm, okay, if you represent 4 meter, we want to go to 1 cm, right? So 1 cm, okay, if 5 cm represent 4 meters, then 1 cm I need to divide by 5. So I will divide by 5. So I will get 4 over 5 meters. So 4 over 5 meters can be your answer in fraction form, or if decimal form, it will be 0.8. (23B) Cheryl decides to varnish the floor in the bedroom. The varnish she needs is sold in tins of 3 sizes. And we have 1 liter of varnish covers 16 meters square. Calculate the least amount of money that Cheryl needs to pay for the varnish. Alright, so take a look here. The actual area is 19.2 meters square. Okay, and 1 liter of varnish is covers 16 meters square. So in this case, what we should do is we need to find the amount of varnish needed. How many liters, right? So to find out how many liters we need, okay, I would suggest maybe you can go to 1 meter square first. You go and divide by 16 on both sides. For this one, just put in fraction, 1 over 16 liter, so that you can go to 19.2 meters square, right? From 1 to 19.2 is, you just need to multiply by 19.2. And here, likewise, do the same, multiply by 19.2. So when you take 1 over 16 times 19.2, you will get 6 over 5, or you will get 1.2. Okay, I will use the decimal, 1.2 liters. Alright, so which also means that, okay, we need 1.2 liters. Right, so if I want the least amount of money, okay, which one should I be using here? Okay, if you were to take a look here, okay, 250 ml give you, it costs $24, right? 1 ml, you can actually check the approximate cost. 24 divided by 250, right, is actually around 0.096. Okay, so this is the approximate cost. 500 ml is 42.50. So 1 ml here, you take 42.5 divided by 500. The approximate cost here, 1 ml is 0.085. 1 liter is 1000 ml. Okay, for this one, okay, 1000 ml is 85.95. So 1 ml will be 85.95 divided by 1000. You will get 0.08595. If you compare all this, right, you will realize that actually this question is very tricky, right? It doesn't mean that, you know, taking the 1 liter, it will be the cheapest. Because if you see, it's 0.08595, whereas this is 0.085. Behind no more decimal is actually 0, right? 85, then here's 9, but here is 0. So actually this is actually the cheapest. You know, 500 ml is actually the cheapest. Followed by 1 liter here is the cheapest. Then lastly is this one is the cheapest. Okay, but comparing these two, definitely I will not choose this already, because when I take 500 ml times 2, I will get 1 liter, which is equivalent to the same volume here, but at the lower price. Okay, in other words, right, I will straight away not use, okay, the price here. I will only look at 250 ml and 500 ml. Alright, so to get 1.2 liters, 1.2 liters is the same as when you multiply by 1000 is 1200 ml, right? So how can you actually, you know, spend the least amount of money is you split out, become 500 ml, another 500 ml, another 500 ml, and that will be 1000 already, and then another 200 ml. But this 200 ml, because this 500 ml is 42.50. Now this 200 ml, okay, you have to decide whether you want to get from here or here, right? Oh, even though this per ml is more expensive than here, but overall the price is 24, here is 42.5. So since you only need 200 ml, we don't need to, you know, buy so much here. Okay, so we just buy 250 ml that costs $24. It's cheaper overall. Okay, so together, okay, you take all this, you plus together, right? Okay, and you will get $109.